How's it going, everyone? My name is Van Pickle, and today we are back again with some more Satisfactory. Now, we are working on our logistic floor for our rocket fuel factory today, which will end up being the largest logistic floor I have ever made. Essentially, it's 800 meters wide, 800 meters long, and 15 meters high, so it's a fairly large area. Of course, I'm just about to go there in a minute. But if you guys weren't here for our last stream, basically we went out on a bit of an exploration trying to get some summer sloops, mercer power slugs, and hard drives. We've now got 40 hard drives, which is the most I've ever had, so that's fantastic for all of our alternate recipes. I'm sure that will go quicker than I think it will, but it's still nice to have all of them as backup for our future projects, especially to do with aluminium, where I use quite a lot of alternate recipes, but it's still great to have that regardless. Secondly, how many power shards were we able to get, and also how much alien protein or alien... yeah, I think we're currently on alien protein. I didn't do the whole protein to DNA thing just yet, but how much of that were we able to get? Well, let's have a look. But regardless, thank you very much to everyone who's tuning in today, whether you're watching live or on the VOD. I'm live every single day for now. So yeah, let's have a very quick gander, and it looks like we have now got 511 alien protein and 757 of those power shards, which now brings our total up to a pretty good amount. I'm pretty sure if I just select power shards there, get a bunch of these, and I think we might have a couple more stored somewhere over here as well. We'll add this up. I'll then make sure that all of my protein gets crafted into those DNA capsules, because they sink for a really good amount and they're awesome sink. And then we'll head off to our logistic floor now that we've finished all of our errands. Oh, there's still a bunch more slugs in here. I completely forgot about all these slugs. So before we do our final tally, I suppose what we'll do... I completely forgot about these slugs. Is chuck the slugs into here. Let's go... shards 1. This won't give us a huge amount, but actually no, it should be decent. Should be alright. There's 18 purple slugs, should be 90 shards, but because I'm using a summer sloop, I get double the amount of shards, so that's 180 shards just here. So we're not looking too bad. We'll then chuck this into there, and we'll come back maybe in the middle of the stream, see how things are going, and again turn all of our protein there into the DNA capsules. Brilliant, that's what I was looking for. Is there anything that I'm going to need for this project? Well, firstly, let's select the blueprints that I'm going to be using, which is these lots. Let's go, we'll go 9, 10, there we go. I don't know how many of them I'm going to need. If I was to go with, ooh, let's say 20 each. Basically, the only thing I'm going to need is concrete. Let me just confirm that. Yeah, okay, so basically just concrete. Good to know. I could either grab it from our storage area or grab it from our industrial storage containers, which is a much better option. Oh, wow. Holy moly. I obviously haven't been here in a while. Okay, so we've got 250,000 stored over there. How about you lot? We've got 312,000 concretes just lying around. Are you guys filled to the brim? Oh wow, you're actually not. Okay. First things first, side quest. First side quest of the day, first of many most likely. Let's make sure that all of this is completely filled, which is very important. The reason why I have to make sure that all my dimensional depots are filled to the brim is because I end up using quite a lot of concrete, and if I've only got one dimensional depot giving me concrete, that isn't great. But as of right now, I have 11. I suppose that's actually really good to have 11 because, well, it's just handy. It means I can generate concrete so quick. It's borderline hilarious how quickly we can sometimes generate some of this concrete. Get all of that. Anything else? Of course, there's tons of you. Why have I got so many iron plates in here? I'm pretty sure I intentionally dumped a bunch of iron plates, but I don't know why. Well, we're all good down there. This is quite an important errand. I'm actually quite happy I remembered this, if I'm honest. Out of that, you're fine. All of that in there as well. And this is also the reason why I continuously make so much concrete. Because it might not seem like it, but it will go. You'll blink and all the concrete will be gone. There we go. I think everything is filled pretty nicely. If not, we'll find out the hard way. So let's hope that it is filled up nicely. Get all of this stuff added into there. Brilliant. Okie dokies. Now we can actually go towards our rocket fuel facility. Yeah, Happy New Year, by the way. Yesterday's stream was surprisingly fun. We went everywhere. If you have a very quick gander here at the map, we pretty much got all the major items from here. There was a couple that I couldn't get. I'm pretty sure I got this one. These two were trapped inside of uranium nodes. Like, I literally could not physically get to it without a hazmat suit. Same sort of problem over here as well. As you can see, I died, which wasn't great. Welcome, Vinod. Hope that you're doing good. This one, I believe, was in a cave somewhere. Although, maybe it was on top of one of these rocks. But, yeah, this one was definitely in a cave, this Master Sphere. Same with this, I believe. It was in a cave. The reason why I didn't get a few of the caved ones was because we did too much caving yesterday. It was too much. Today is a far more... yesterday was pretty chill. We were live for like 3 hours yesterday. Just loving life. But today's stream is going to be super chill. Like, literally just placing down a bunch of these blueprints, connecting everything up, making sure all the power's connected. And then, of course, as you can see, fixing all of these roads. Because I have actually thought of a new blueprint for my roads. I wasn't going to do a road blueprint again, but here we are. What can I say? What can I say? Shouldn't you be here? Yes, you should. Yeah, 3 hours, 20 minutes. Yeah. Absolutely just loving it. Why can I not seem to get this blueprint over here? Is it because of you? Is that what's happening? Not really. That's fine. We'll just nudge it back here a little bit. I think that's good. Nope. Then move you up. Is that where I want you to be? Nope, I need you to line up over here. Weird how I couldn't get this to line up with anything, but oh well. Should be fine now, right? Because you're always going to be on this row. Like so. Add you here. Same thing here. Oh, I don't know where that's gone. Literally no idea where that blueprint just got placed down. There? Yeah, it was underneath the map. Okay. Obviously. Go for a couple more. And hopefully we should be able to reach the end here without any sort of dramas. Suppose we're about to find out. One more should be grand. Let's see. Okay, we still got a little bit more room here. Are you built slightly lower than everything else, or are you too high? Surely you can't be too high, otherwise I would have seen that I built it too high. Okay, so the only slight problem that's going to come of this now... I can see why I built it on this level. Actually, no, I don't. No, I don't. The reason why this could be a problem is because all of our logistics here are built too low. But all I have to do is just remove that, place it a little bit higher, remove this floor down here, and our problem's pretty much solved instantly. That's not too bad now, is it? No, we'll hold fire on that just for a second. You're 8 minutes late. Oh, that's... Wow, I feel offended, actually. A whole entire 8 minutes. What should we do, stream? Permaban? I'm kidding, obviously. Welcome, hope that you are doing good, Journey. Right, so have we got any problems arising from this? Mostly to do with that. Yes, so you're going to appear through there. So obviously I can't actually have you there like that because that's just not going to work out very well for us. What I can do is nudge you back by 1 foundation. Welcome, Loot Crates Librarian. Hope that you're doing good. And my favorite streamers. Oh, thank you very much. Happy New Year to you as well, man. I appreciate the nice words. 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. But yeah, thank you very much. Hope that everyone had a nice New Year's. Looking forward to another year of stuff. Oh, yeah, just another year of living. Yeah, well, hopefully. See how it goes. Okay, so that's fine. You're covered by that. You're covered by that. Now all I've got to try and do is plop you down here. Just making sure to remember that you are 1 foundation left compared to everything else, which is completely fine. Like, this will have no impact at all with anything else. It might... Well, I suppose I could just build this out. There you go, done. We are going to have a wall coming down here anyway. That's not really a problem either. Although, you are going to look like you're a problem. There we go. We've also... Wait, did we build this too far inwards? No, we didn't, because that's lined up there. So I think I just built this out by hand as well. Okay, fair enough. Not too bad. Finally focus and get beyond cold power and Satisfactory. You've got this. I believe in you. I have made a video talking about cold power and some tips and tricks regarding that, if you're interested in that sort of thing. Okay, we can get rid of all of this now. The thing is, right, if I do this now, it's not too bad, I can get it out of the way with. But if I do everything first and leave this to the end, I'm going to come back to it and almost not want to do it. It's going to feel more like a chore, whereas now it's something that I can just easily commit and just do. Better off to just do it. You should line up with that. And we'll create a little gap right there just so I can see what I'm doing. Nice. Ola from Hollandinia. I don't speak Chinese, man. But welcome. Hope that you're doing good. Hey, Comedionos. Welcome, man. Nice to see some new faces around the chat. There you go. All these foundations have to go. I'm slightly pissed off that it's literally half a foundation too low. And I could leave it, because as you can see, everything lines up here perfectly. But, no. No. I can't do it. Although saying that though, to be fair, what I'm actually going to try and do now is probably reposition you guys to have you go all the way around here instead of straight through. Because this is where my drone ports are going to be. So, if you were to come straight through there, then it messes up my drone logistics. So maybe this is for the best. Maybe past me was so idiotic that it's actually benefiting me now. Massive shout out to past me. No, don't do that. There we go. Yeah, today's stream we are going to be working on our logistic floor, which is actually bigger than what I said in the pinned message, because the pinned message doesn't take into consideration our 3 and a bit corners. I did actually add something over here, which is a little bit smaller, but it wraps around that rock, which I thought was kind of interesting. There we go. Lovely. Oh, have I got dismantle crates? Oh, that's fine. That doesn't upset me at all, actually. That's completely fine. As you can tell by my reaction, I'm not remotely offended by the fact I've got another dismantle crate. Oh dear. Oh yeah, we've got our crude oil coming down here. Completely forgot about that. Now, this is quite important to remember. And in all honesty, do I have to get rid of this? Yes. But, and here's a pretty big but. If I just copy over these signs and add it to the wall now, in this order, and then just hook up the pipes where it should be, then everything should be alright. So 3, 3, 4, 5, 4, 4.5 times plus 4, okay, that's fine. Where should we start it? I'm gonna start this. Yeah. We got 450, 450, 450, 450, 300, 300. Is that correct? Yes. Then on this side, we just got a bunch of whatever. That's not too bad. Okie dokies. How's everyone doing? I'm doing really good. I am wide awake. I'm functional. I placed that in the wrong position. It's fine. It's readable. Well, like, as long as it's readable, it's actually just fine. There we go. Then you're both crude oil, hence why I'm not painting you guys white. It's snowing. Oh, nice. Yeah, we got no snow here, obviously. We did get teased a little. What is that? Why have I just got... I know why that's there. We have got a little bit of snow coming. However, it's immediately followed by rain. So it's only going to be actual snow for about 3.2 seconds. And the rest of it's just going to be miserable. Yeah, welcome to Britain. Oh dear. In fact, I should probably get all these numbers here as well, shouldn't I? As well as a cheeky little switcheroo. Or a hover pack. This is far better. Lovely. 6666678078038030038. Okay. We got 1, 2, 3, 5 600s. Why are you? It doesn't matter. 10. Okay, so we got 10 conveyor belts. That's not too bad. That's not too bad at all, in fact. Again, I'm going to leave this one like that, then go 1. That's probably too low, isn't it? Do I want to double stack these? No. Too close. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6, 7. What about 6, 7? What did I say it? The thing is, I am too old to be making 6, 7 jokes, okay? I am a elderly woman, so I can't make jokes like that. Okay, so that's all fine now. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're 780. Grand. And you're 300. Then you're 780. You're 780. Is this now correct? I said it a minute ago. Oh, right. Oh, dear. 6, 6. Oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean now. But I said 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. What do we think, chat? Permaban? Ban for life? I think so. I wonder what's the first meme of 2026 is going to be. I'm really looking forward to it. Honestly, I am so excited for the first meme. It's going to be something so incredible. There we go. The thing is, again, I'm too old to understand memes now. Although back in my day, we had something called MLG. So MLG Peppa Pig, that was a big one. MLG Quickscoping. It was like Call of Duty, loud noises, and like kids' TV shows all combined into memes, basically. So Peppa Pig was a massive one. Shrek, that was a pretty big one. YTP, if you've ever heard of YouTube Poop, that was a big one there as well, in regards to like the meme category. It was bad, like, it wasn't even funny, it was just noises, and... What, MLG? Right. Let me just analyze what we've got going on here. Because when I build things, What? Okay. I build things in a very unique way. Right. Okay, so... Since you're a gas and you're already highly elevated, I could just double stack you guys and fit you underneath one of these asphalts. Like so. Don't use power. Right there. We've got 4, 5, 6. We've got 6 there in total. If I then add this wall here... In fact, no, it can't go there. It has to go somewhere around there eventually. Lovely. What I then want to try and do is go into our logistics. Now, luckily, all of our nitrogen gas is exactly 450 each. I believe I did that intentionally. I think. So it doesn't really matter where that goes. And all of our crude oil is the same amount anyway, so again, that's fine. It doesn't matter where that goes either. Although I wouldn't mind if you were slightly higher. Is that going to be okie dokie? Let's see. Yeah, so you're going to go roughly there now. Lovely. Right, so I'm going to have to get rid of that. Well, place down the wall and then get rid of it instantly. Cool. Then chuck you in there. Fantastico. Then immediately just swirl you round over to here. I don't think this is going to reach. But... Oh, no, you're perfect. Yeah, you're just absolutely perfect. That's beautiful. Nice. Then you lot are just going to continue around here. And... you still don't know... Oh, I don't understand the 6-7. No, I don't know. I've given up with memes. I watch Roman documentaries now. Oh, dear. Yeah, how's everyone doing in the chat? Hope that everyone's having a nice year so far. I'm on day 2 of my extremely intense diet. So far, I've consumed only half a bucket of chocolate. No, I'm actually trying to cut down a little bit on chocolate. I'm not dieting, but I'm just trying to cut down the calories. Because the thing is, right, I don't actually consume that much food, but I have like an entire meal of chocolate, just straight up chocolate. I love it. I've got a sweet tooth, as they say in Bahrain. You know, it's... You know, the tooth is sweet. The tooth is sweet. What can I say? I confess to my crimes. I'm painting this white, by the way, because it's, well, gas. Nitrogen gas. I don't know why it introduced it like it's James Bond. The name's gas. Nitrogen gas. Da 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 da. Oh dear, James Bond. What are they doing to James Bond? Like, obviously Daniel Craig's character, or his James Bond, is dead. So, there's going to be a new one. They were saying Idris Elba, I think? I can never pronounce his second name. Idris Elba, there you go. That will be interesting, but I'll have to wait and see. I feel like James Bond has to be the classic James Bond. You can't really change James Bond. I know that they tried to change a lot of other shows, but I mean, James Bond's James Bond. You can't change it. It's very well known around the world. I would be both surprised and not surprised if they did change it. But that's it. I wonder if Ian Fleming has a say. No idea. I don't know how it works. I might actually audition to be James Bond. You guys think I'll get the role? The name's Pickle. No, the name's... Yes, the name's Pickle. Valhalla Pickle. Just... Oh, brilliant. And the crowd bursts into tears. What a moment that would be for television. I should audition. Yeah, I think I should. We see how it goes. I should be James Bond. I mean, I look like I would be a James Bond. If he's eaten a bucket of chocolate. And didn't do that much physical exercise. Well, I do, just not weights. I just can't be asked to do weights. I find it so unbelievably boring. I'd rather do almost anything else on this planet than do weights. Anyway, my little rant over there. I want to try and somehow bring you guys down here a little bit. Is that good? There. Yeah, I've got some big plans for this year, though. Big plans. I want to try and just continue this channel purely making contents that I enjoy. And odds are, if you guys like Satisfactory, you'll probably enjoy the content. Anything else? No. Those are my big plans. Huge plans. Gigantic plans. Plans have never been bigger in recorded human history. Do that. Okay. The inside of here looks so weird. Oh well. Why? Oh yeah, I know why you're there. So everything here should now be correct. All of our crude oils, all of that. Brilliant. The next thing now is you lot. And I have to make sure to remember to keep it in the order that it's currently in. If I mess up the order, then all my numbers are going to be messed up as well. So no pressure. But at the same time, don't screw this up. How am I going to do this? I want to go around this way, don't I? I definitely want to double stack it, I would say. If I do one at a time, that could be logical. Yeah. I can then zone out a little path as well. Yeah. My City Skylines mind is coming into play here with all this zoning. So because you were far left, you don't have to be the far left over there as well. See, it makes sense. Far left goes far left, far right goes far right. Then that's basically it. Bob's your uncle. That's too far, isn't it? No, it's actually perfect. Okay. So you're the sulfur. What might even be a good idea here as well to do this. I'm going to bring all of you out. So I can see what resource I've got being transported. That's basically it. Great. Okay. Now, a problem that we could run into is with you lot. And that's because you might need to go up by an extra nudge. So when I zone this out when I zone it out, you don't interact with this. Although having said that though, I'd much rather have the pipes just maintain this sort of level here and have the conveyor belts have their conveyor belt lifts. Because with a solid, you add a conveyor belt lift, you're done. Whereas with liquids, gases not so much, but with liquids, you then have to start thinking about pressure and also adding in pumps as well at certain points. And it's just not really worth it. So we'll stick to what we've got. Everything's completely fine. I'm going to keep telling myself that, and then eventually one day it will be true. No dramas here. Not even one recorded problem. Okay, I found a problem. So you have to come around this side. We go around there. You also have to come around to here. This is the most sulfur I've ever had at once. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, definitely. I don't really work much with sulfur. Hello? Straight mode. If this is straight, then no, don't. But my brother in Christ. That's 45 degrees. I've seen straighter roundabouts. Actually, how far do you want to come out by this? Because you're 10, aren't you? 10 of these belts. I could go 4, then 2 at the very top. I should be able to get away with that. Let's, yeah, I suppose we're going to find out. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. You're not built out far enough. You literally have to be touching the wall. Yeah, I can't do 3, 3, 3, 1. That's way too high. So get rid of that, get rid of that. Let's try that again. Luckily, it's pretty simple what I've got to try and do. It's just doing it. Go 1, 2, 3, 4. Do I even want to whip out a blueprint for this? I actually am. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. The reason why I'm doing this in a blueprint designer right now is because it's just far easier. I'm honest with you. That one. 4, 8, 10. I'm gonna call it 10x conveyor. It's only a very temporary blueprint. I'm probably gonna end up deleting it in a few minutes anyway. But this will help. I suppose what I could have done was add in some conveyor belts as well, so I wouldn't have to hook up all the conveyor belts manually. Am I gonna really? Yes, I am gonna do that. Wow, it took me about 4 seconds to answer my own question. Good job, me. Well done. So we're gonna go blueprints. What the hell is it? There we go. I'm gonna go to here. Not that far. It doesn't have to be too big. You don't really want it to be too big, because if I'm trying to get it into a smaller area, then, and it's a matter of blueprints, I can't add a blueprint into it, so. This is important. go. One more. Grand. 10x conveyor. Save that. Yeah, that's brilliant. Okay. Let's try this again, shall we? And hopefully this is going to work. I don't see why it shouldn't, but you never know. It's exactly where I want it to be. Are you going to be peeking out of here? You should not do. Yes. Then I want to try and chuck you into here. Making sure that autoconnect is turned on. One, two. In fact, I might as well just chuck you here, honestly. Because you're going to go anyway, because you guys are just wrong. Just straight up wrong. What? Oh. Okay. Nope. It is a little bit dark, so let's turn on our lights. Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all, in fact. You're going to go there. Let me just shoot you off over here. Oh, look at that. It's beautiful. Not too far, because I do want to try and get the other blueprint down. Then you're going to go 1, 2 here. Same thing now, like what we did in the other corner. I could have done like a blueprint for the corners, but I'm not that fast, if I'm honest with you. Oh, there goes the blueprint. Okay, whoops. There we go. Default mode. Luckily, I have got quite a lot of aluminium in storage, so I don't think we're actually going to run out. If I do, I just go AFK for 10 seconds or do something else. We should then have enough. That's always good. Okay. You're also looking grand, if I say so myself, which I will because it's my own project. A little bit biased. Now, you're not actually going to be able to get that far in, are you? Damn, it's better than I thought. Oh. Never mind. That's the furthest I can go. Which is fine. We get that chucked into here. Then you're going to be number 1. For the second. I like the echo. Is that fairly new, the echo? I don't remember that, if I'm honest. Cool. Grand. And because we haven't got too much room here, we are going to whip out our usual conveyor belt lifts. It was always going to happen. I actually wanted this to happen, so that's pretty good. Except you're too high. Ooh, that's depressing. Okay. Right. Well, I was planning for some of this to happen, not necessarily all of it. And how high can I go here without you being visible? I don't think I can even go that high. You might be above the limit there. Let's try. Let's see what's going to happen, right? So if I was to chuck you into there, and then you into here, are you now going to be visible from above? Right, okay, that's fine. So what we'll end up doing here instead is something. Yes. Now, I wonder, can I try and get you... That's no... Really? Okay, the height's going to work with me here. So honestly, what I'm going to end up doing for you is not... That's disgusting. That's the worst thing I've ever built. No. I'll bring you further back. 1, 2. And now bring you around to there. Which means that you should be lined up with each other. You are. I'll plop you down in the exact same location, then too far back. Yes. Ignore this, by the way. These are going to go... Oh, that gave me a bloody heart attack. Oh, okay. Maybe I'll do you last. Yeah. Just to save me a couple brain cells today. That's going to be the plan. We're going to go into this new year with some increased brain cell capacity. That's right, increased capacity on the brain cell count. We're going to go from 4 to 5. And the last thing now is going to be you. Just slot you in right there. Beautiful. Kind of, not really. Okay. You lot can now go. You are now the final 2. Congratulations. And also, commiserations, because I don't know what to do with you. I've got an idea. I'm going to try and do this. Okay, well, you're in the way, aren't you? So, let's... Yeah, this idea is actually going to work. I think. Here we go. You come round to there. Which one's the furthest over here? It's going to be this one. Which means that I want a conveyor lift over here. Going to come down like that. We're then going to loop around here, and that's that. The last one is going to be this. Where did that even go? Beautiful. It's spaghetti, but notice how nothing's interacting with each other. So none of my conveyor belts are going through each other. So it's not really spaghetti. This is organized stuff. Not a single thing interacts with each other. It's as neat as I can physically make it. Bring you forwards now to here. And do that. There we go. Just like that, we've managed to do everything without our conveyor belts getting in the way. I clearly spoke a little bit too soon. How far back here can I go? I can go back by a little bit more. If you're the only real problem... I've still got to move both of them. Gosh darn it, man. It's fine. The concept's here, so all I've literally got to do is just this, I think. Yep. Then get rid of you slightly, or entirely, kind of. Back you in there. As far as I'm aware, this should solve that little problem. I don't see why it wouldn't. And then just... What? There we go. I can't bring it down. It's not even letting me bring down my conveyor lift to the right level anymore. Oh, there we go. Maybe that was just a bug. there. So, is it now going to be okay? Yes, that's completely solved that problem. The final thing to then do is the thing that I knew I was going to have to do, which is this. And now the entire middle bit is still up for use, which is, I think, what we wanted there, so that's nice. Okay, over to there. Now, this is the part that's very important, and if I get it wrong, it's going to significantly impact the project. So, no pressure. But I've got to make sure that all of these are going into our conveyor belts in the right location. If, for example, I was to put this conveyor belt up there, it would completely mess up my numbers, which will then mean that, let's say I've got a 780 sulfur belt and a 600 sulfur belt, but I think the 600 780. I then do all the maths for that, and then suddenly I'm not producing enough rocket fuel because I can't get enough sulfur to produce the rocket fuel. It's because of little problems like this. All it takes is a lot of little problems to cause a big problem. In fact, not even that. It takes one little problem to cause a big problem. 1, 2. Now, you lot are going to be at the right level? Yeah, that's grand. You lot are going to be here. I'll connect these pipes here in just a sec. It's not as important as this, if I'm honest. This is far more important for now. What I want to try and do is... E3. Yeah. Bring you lot round to here. No, don't zoop it. No unnecessary zooping required. Okay, good start. I'm then going to try and do is it bring you forwards? 1, 2, 1, 2. There, yeah. 1, 2. Everything should now be okay. Nope, where are you going? Into here, and into there. And you're now going to go straight into there. Nice, okay. And the very final one, or 2, I suppose you lot can... No, you can't. Oh, but you're going to be interacting with this now. Oh. Simple problems require simple solutions, I think. Let's go with something like this. Then how am I going to deal with that? I know how. I think. Let's try this. Boom. Let's get the drone out. And let's see what it's like. So all of our logistics is connected, which is good to see. It's nice and snug, which is a word that you guys know I don't like. But it is snug. Now, if I was just to connect you straight to here, is there any way imaginable to make this look nice? No. That's fine. I wasn't expecting there to be. Oh well. Oh dear, the good old days. That's why I don't really complain too much about brain rot, because my generation had brain rot. I'm surprised you know emoji though. There's not many people on the internet nowadays do. Or not many of them choose to remember it, should I say. Well, that is horizontal to vertical. Why you... Okay. can design this better. I know a really good way I can try and design this. If I do that, get rid of that, get rid of that. Bring you to E. Doesn't matter. Bring you to there. And bring you to here. You have to go inside of each other. But preferably, I would, well, prefer if you didn't. Oh, so you should all be white. Because you're nitrogen gas. Lovely. You know what? Because you three have to be elevated anywhere. So what if I did this? Screw that. Put this over here. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. You over... Oh, okay. Yeah, fair enough then. Those were good memes. Well, they weren't, but that's what made them good. Then you now go to there. It works. It looks a bit weird. I like it from this angle. But that's about it. That's where the compliments start and end. No. Okay. One, two. You then go there, you then go here, then you go here. Okay, that took us way too long to do, but this is the reason why I wanted to get it out of the way with towards the start of the stream, because I knew for a damn fact that if I tried to do that later on, it would just annoy me. So, I'm thinking about my future health. But yeah, that's not too bad. I know that we are using, or taking up quite a big chunk of room here, but it's okay. It's completely fine. I'm actually going to paint you. Go materials. Do a little bit of that. Or even half. Yeah, half. We do that. Then do this. And... nice. So you're all lined up completely fine. So are you. You like the sides angles? Gives more government industrial going. Yeah. I think it looks interesting. I mean, as you can see, I'm literally covering it by a wall now. But the reason why I try and make it look nice, even though I'm covering it by a wall, is because I don't necessarily like building things knowing that it's crap and hiding it, because I still in my mind can see it. It's like a Vietnam flashback. I can just see it. I can't forget about it until I just iron out the creases. Good now? Yeah, we're good. However, having said that though, I do like the way that these conveyor belts actually look around here. For my current design, I don't think I want to see them. Maybe later I will get rid of this wall, but as of right now, this is the plan. That's good. Doesn't look bad at all though, to be honest. Yeah, we'll see. Hello. There we go. Get rid of that. Same with you, and same with that. And in case you guys are wondering, by the way, why I'm not using both of these walls to cover this, is because of Z-Snap. Sometimes the wall, the 1 meter wall, just looks quite hideous. When I try and build it there, just glitches through the surface a little bit. Something else that I could have done was this. Which will then save me resources and a little bit of time. But I don't like how this gap here between this middle part is about 1 meter. Then here, it's 2 meters. It looks wrong. It is wrong, so... listen, okay. I work in complicated ways. It doesn't make sense half the time, but it makes sense to me. I do want to try and do something about the power. I really don't like these power lines, the way they're just stretched around here. Firstly, you're irrelevant to my life, so you can just go. Abort. Power where? You... I don't know what grid I've just shut down. We good? Did I just burst my entire grid? Okay. Okay, yeah. Now, without doing that again, let me try and redo that, shall we? No one saw that. Okay, the stream lagged. The stream was lagging. But don't worry, we fixed it now. Then come down to there. You then come up to here, where you will then travel all the way along down here. Fantastico. That was a terrible Italian accent. Right, the last thing to then do is, and the reason why I brought this over here, is to bring you directly straight, which is going to be roughly here, I suppose. No. Yeah. You're then going to come inside of here. Like so. Line you up together. Boom. How? Then, connect all these things together. Which should then be able to bring my power from there to this side. And I can then get rid of all that rubbish that I did earlier on. See, everything's got a plan. Except for the things that don't have a plan. Very famous saying. Very famous. I made it up. Hence why it was terrible. Please. No. Whoops. You can go. That sounded good. Although you shouldn't have. You didn't connect to anything. Okay. I would like you to cut through there. In fact, no. I'd like you to connect to this. Then I want you to connect to that. Which should now mean that this entire line should have power. And I can get rid of what I placed down there prior. Because again, I just don't want it there. Without blowing my entire grid. That's the plan. You can all go. Yep. Grand. And then... Oh, that's already gone. Okay, nice. Next thing that I want to try and do is bring you around... No, because that's going to appear through the wall. Bring you to here. Immediately around there. Down a little bit further. There. I don't know what you're connected to, but if it's important, then there we go. Why is there a gap there? And yes, I am pretty sure now that we can just go ahead and remove all of this. Like all of this, I mean the one thing connecting it. There we go. And is there any dramas? Great. that was pretty good. I was really hoping to get that done today, and, well, we did, so that's great. Of course, it looks a little bit bland as of right now. Obviously, there's no drones there, so it is going to look bland. I forgot about this. Right. Let's get straight back to our logistic floor. Because I've only done one row out of 2, 4, 6, 8, 16. I mean, this won't take long. If I'm completely honest with you, this will not take long. You lined up. And of course, the second I clicked it, it moved position. Lovely. And for this line, all we need is this particular blueprint. Nice and simple stuff. I do want to try and get the road placed down today as well. That's going to be a very big thing. In fact, one finish. Cancel. I'll go through all this in just a sec, by the way, so don't worry. If it's too overwhelming. So basically, number one, finish the logistic floor, which means... that's annoying. Get all of these blueprints placed down and hook up the power. That's basically it. Road blueprints. I've got a couple designs, but my original road design has now changed. It was a little bit bland, a little bit boring. I've added some more detail into it. So I have to redesign a couple blueprints, which you might not have actually seen yet. So it's going to be quite interesting for you guys, hopefully, as well. That shouldn't take too long. Finish the road layout. We're not going to get that done today. I'll be surprised if we get the... No, we should get the second one done today. But I at least want to try and start the road layout today. Design the space elevator hub. Is going to be in the center location of the rocket fuel factory. I have an idea in mind. I don't know how it's going to go. We'll see. Reunite the Empire? Yes. Okay, so here we go. Now we'll select you guys. Why is my little mouse button not working? There we go. No, we're losing electricity. No. Oh well. Drag you down there. Screw it. We don't need power. We can do this without the power. Power of one. The power of two. Power of many. Maybe I do need the power. Yeah, okay. Now I've got the bug. There we go. Maybe let's equip the jetpack. See if that becomes any easier for us. Oh yeah, okay. And the last one, which is going to be you, is going to get placed here. I believe so that your one foundation in here. Yes. I'm actually just going to go ahead and plop this down the entire way. I feel like it's easier. Yeah. I feel like it is. Are we going to awkwardly interact with this blueprint? No. Nice. Was that road that I just went underneath there? That's another blueprint. So I thought for whatever reason that because I'm going underneath a blueprint, trying to place down a blueprint, that it will accidentally snap to the wrong blueprint, but no. Now, this gives me a good insight of how far over here I have to try and come back as well. Let's do one foundation first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is that a full foundation? And Oh, perfect. Wow. So I have to make no adjustments to this. Because obviously on this side I do. I have to add in an extra little layer along there. No dramas. Very simple to do. But on this side, nothing. Also, don't worry too much about this whole rock. We are going to have a wall here. So the rock won't even be visible. I'm not talking about Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I mean like this actual wall. I don't know what you're going to end up being though, so I'm going to leave this here for now. But yeah, no dramas. I like this. I think. I think I like it. Maybe. Guess we're going to find out. Well, I don't know why you're one further in. You could have probably gone to the end there, but oh well. Right, we then select this. And you're going to go into the bottom of the ocean, obviously, right? No, you're going to go over here. So the way that I work this is that we have one row of nothing, another row where it's half-half. Half of, again, the nothing blueprints, and then the other one here with this little tower stand. This provides us with power, a bit of light, and I think it just looks quite nice. I like it. That's basically it. I mean, it's a simple designed logistic floor, but I love it. And it's the biggest one I've ever made by a lot. That's for sure. There we go. You've returned. Welcome back. And chuck these down. And chuck you down. Just keep on chucking it down. Then you've now got to go here. Yes. Just making sure it was definitely in the right spot there. Because this has got the tendency to go wrong sometimes. Even though obviously I never make any mistakes in recorded human history, sometimes I might. So, yeah, but again, we've never made a mistake. We've never made a mistake in my life. No, no, zero. Zero mistake streak. Almost there. One more for this row. Yeah, we're smashing this now. We are absolutely just smashing it. But look how big it is. You can just about see the wall there at the end. And look at all these towers. Bear in mind, these towers are 9 foundations apart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 100 foundations wide. Hence why it says in the pinned message 800 meters, because one foundation's 8 meters long, and yeah, it's almost like I didn't lie. Wow, what? That's crazy. The numbers, Mason, what do they mean? There we go. Make sure that I place down these now. I don't mistime my clicks. Oh, as I almost mistimed my click, I knew it. Takes, man. Oh, you should have been a thing. Yeah, the odds of me making this mistake once or twice, even though we don't make mistakes, is not unlikely. Considering the amount of these blueprints we are placing down. the last one for this is this. Okay. Brilliant. No, you're slightly out of place. There we go. Okay, we're back. Boing. Boing. I can see I've missed one. When you're stood here, you can actually see far easier if you have missed one of the pillars. And over here, we most certainly have. There we go. Anything else? I don't think so. Only one mistake's not bad going for this stage. Preferably 0 would have been nicer, but that's just asking for a bit too much from my gameplay. We have standards, guys. We have standards. Come on. Yeah, not bad going. And then you're already completely done. Now, this next row is actually going to be quite a big one, but we have got quite a lot of rubbish in the way. So let's try and just get rid of that rubbish. Including that. There we go. In fact, I'm actually going to try and leave this here so I've got something to walk upon on the way back. Welcome back, Vinod. You've missed a good little bit of logistic work down on that side. Because I accidentally built everything half a foundation too low. But it's pretty simple to fix, but then I went a bit above and beyond what I should have done. But yeah. As always, right? As always. Right. Now, because you are the middle one, this is pretty much exactly where our space elevator is going to be placed down. I'll build that up there a little bit. Okay. Let's now go back to this side. And let's just go down. Let's just keep doing these little rows. We've got a couple big ones to go now. Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? We've got 10 more to go. 10 sums by 10, 100. So I need 100 more of these. Where even is this blueprint? Down here, right? 50 of them. They're not 0, 50. There. 41 grand? Oh, concrete grand. Okay. Not bad. A very small gap between where you can actually place down the blueprint and when you can't. Can be quite difficult sometimes, but trying to make it work. Everything is lined up. Yes, that's good. I feel like I'm concentrating here quite a lot. I barely even talk. Who said this was going to be a relaxing stream? They lied. It was me. Right, so are you lined up here? Yes. And luckily, as you can see, there's no interference with our logistics. Almost completely intentional, what a surprise. It's almost like I designed this to not be a pain. Sometimes I am nice to myself, you guys. Just not on days ending with the letter Y. Oh dear. Okay, luckily you're far easier just to do. Next question. And I haven't actually got around to answering this question yet, after all these streams. Do I actually expect to be using up all of this logistic space? Let me just turn down the audio there a little bit. I honestly don't think so. That's the whole point. I'd rather have a little bit more logistic room to play around with than everything be directly on top of each other and just looking a little bit weird, bad, awful. No idea where that built, but okay, I can't place anything down. There we go. Chuck that over there. Same thing now with you. And off we go. Just gonna keep on going till I run out of concrete. I run out of concrete. I should have probably checked that before I saying that, but oh well. Right, so there's our concrete's gone for now. Luckily though, we should have some reserves somewhere. I have actually got a dismantle crate, so I do want to make sure to collect that. Could also hook up all the wires here as well, all the cables. Okay, that's going to take a minute. I can guarantee that. Let's give that a shot after I do this. And every single time I collect one of the cables, I'm going to refresh my dimensional depot inventory. Just keep on getting concrete, because regarding everything else, we are more than fine. Everything else here is completely fine, except for this. Except for the one major item I actually need. You know, other than that, other than the major item, we're completely fine. Should we go from north to south first? Let's see. Here we go. Yep. Hello. Hello. Very nice. Yeah, you still got power. Oh, look how close we're getting though. That didn't take long, did it? So if I shut down my Fixbus power plant, or factory, if I shut down everything other than this, I should be okay. That's what I'm concerned about. Am I even going to have enough power to power everything? Of course, I have got tons of packaged liquid biofuel, which now that I'm brainstorming, can you take that? You can. Okay, so you've got a burn rate of 2.4 per minute. I have 1,100 and let's just say 100,000. That's 41,666 minutes. And let's say I had 10 of these placed down, which isn't really generating that much power, is it? That's 300 megawatts. So if I had 100 of these placed down, 3,000 megawatts, still not that much. 200, 6,000. So 41666 divided by 200 biomass burners. That's 208 minutes. 120, that's 3 hours and 20 minutes. And that's only going to give me... What was I doing there? How many machines? 200. $6,000 megawatts. Which is better than nothing. Yeah, 30. Okay. Right. Right. Do I make more liquid biofuel? Because the other thing that I could do is have our biomass burners on for about half an hour to get our system fully flowing. But it should then mean that I can get like 12k megawatts, which is actually pretty decent. I can't imagine I'll be consuming much more than that. I don't really think we have much of a power problem. I know it looks like we do, but I think we should be fine. There we go. An alien power plant would be better. Yeah, an alien power augmenter. Definitely, that could work. I have got enough summer sloops, I believe, for 2. But isn't that only going to give me 2,000 megawatts or something? Or 2,000 each, so about 4,000. I mean, that's just free power, so that's always great, and I'll definitely end up doing that. But if it comes to it, then we have to see what we can do. There we go. Is it 30%? Oh, I thought it was 10%. Okay. So what's 30% of 20,000? Well, if 10% is 2,000, that's 6,000. Okay. And that's each, I think. So that's an additional 12k. With the biomass burners, if I really want to do that, which I don't really want to, but if I have to, then that's not too bad. 24k. That's the 20 that we're already making. That's 44 to 48,000. Yeah, it's not bad. Okay, we haven't got too much more of these power things to go. Honestly, I might just do this row. And for the sake of you guys as well, do the rest of this off camera. The whole power connection thing. I don't mind doing work off camera now. I'm honest. No, I knew that was going to happen at least once. There we go. Yeah, that's fine, because you guys should all have power now, right? Yeah, you do. Great. I'm not going to use it because I'm about to go into a no power zone, but still good to know. How are we doing for concrete? I can probably plop down another row. That'll be about it, I'll say. I forgot to collect the concrete there earlier. Whoops. Oh, could I get it? Is this the right one? Oh, right. That's why. Come on. Thank you. Looks like we are actually going to get this row completed. Although I'm still going to go back and get more concrete because we are going to need quite a lot more. Unfortunately. I'll say one inventory full and that should be completely fine. Yeah. Let's do it. I mean, we've got concrete to spare. You guys saw earlier we had 300,000 concrete to donate to myself. So, we're definitely going to be using that. I've also got at least 2 industrial storage containers somewhere over there full of concrete, so we're fine. You're still emptying. You're fine. You're still emptying. Guys good now? Nope, you're still emptying as well. Good. There we go. And there we go. All of our concrete should now be going into here. Nothing here. Well, maybe a couple bits here and there, but nothing major. Yeah, okay, good. We now have enough. I have got a bunch of rubbish in my inventory, so I will very quickly just dump that. Go back to what we were literally just doing, because it's working. Right. I'm sure there are going to be some other things I've got to try and collect a bit later on, but yeah, as of right now, it's fine. I'm only going to need, apparently I'm only going to need 41 more blueprints, which I don't think is entirely accurate. Damn, look at that. That's beautiful. Damn. That's one of our corners. I don't know what to do for these corners. I really don't. And the funny thing is, both of the largest corners are at opposite sides of each other. So I was almost thinking to do some sort of arched sky bridge. But then why would I want to do that? It would be massive, it would be nice, but a bit of a waste, I would say. And also I've got the conveyor belt highway there as well, so it might look a little bit weird, but I don't know. Right, let's get straight back into it. I knew that was going to happen. Like, I built the blueprint inside of myself rather than when I was looking. That's exactly what I wanted to try and do there. Oh, because it's on default mode. Fair enough. There we go. I'm going to try something a little bit different for these next couple of blueprints. I'm going to try and plop down this entire, like this variant here, the one without the pillar. I'm just going to do these. And then when I finish everything, I'm then going to come back around again and actually add the pillar variants into their respective positions. The reason why I'm doing that is because I feel like it might save a little bit of time. Don't know if it will, but I feel like it might. But you know, I don't think it will, honestly. Because right here I could have just placed it down, and now I'm just going over it. No, it's not worth it. There we go. But something that I've seen has been dominating the news recently is, I think we talked about it yesterday as well, Stranger Things. I don't care for it, if I'm honest. I really don't. But a lot of people do. What's the interest in that show? Like, what's the plot leading to, should I say? Is it an interesting plot? Is the story exciting? Is it over yet? I know it's the final season, which is why everyone keeps raging about it like it's the plague. Or the second coming of Christ. Fuel. There we go. No. Have one more there. Goosebump. I don't even know what that is, I'm afraid. Oh. Sorry, I was just wondering there for a second. I thought this foundation was getting built inside of that foundation, but no. I have kind of purposely left a bit of a gap here. For no reason other than the fact I wanted to. Yeah, I'm not even tired. I keep doing this. Whenever I stream, I yawn. And it gets annoying. I'm hungry, but I'm always hungry, so that's not really relevant. Sometimes I get tired hungry. So if I haven't eaten for a bit, I just get sleepy. I feel like that's normal. That's a normal reaction. One more. There we go. You, come here. Only got a couple rows left now. One more game. And that's it. Please let me place it down. Oh my god. How difficult is it just to place down the blueprint I'm selecting? Clearly it's quite difficult. Where's that even been placed? Underneath me. I can't even see underneath there, and now I've got the glitch. Oh my god, man. There we go. The only way you can get out of that situation is just by spamming the escape button. Ironic, I know. Pull these down. Nice. It lags the second before I plop down the blueprint. It lags. It's okay. Oof, there we go. We're now down to one of the final straights. I say 2, 3 more maybe? 2 more after this. And that's our logistic floor for now, complete. Missing concrete? How? Oh, I thought I got way more than what I needed, but apparently I haven't got enough. Okay. Oh, I need another one. Let's go. Actually, I want to try and see this alien stuff. Because we had some alien protein that I want to try and get into alien DNA. We can also try and see as well how many power shards we'll be able to make. If it's over 1,000, that would be fantastic. Let's see. 1,924. That's almost 2,000 power shards in total. I forgot that I added all my shards there. So in total in our current playthrough, we pretty much have 1,924 power shards. I don't think that's too bad. It'll do for now. So, yep. Let's go DNA. And that's why it's important to summer sleep. 1-to-2 ratio, so I'm going to get in total 1,000 alien DNA capsules, when in theory I should have only got 250. Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the remainder of these power shards are now going to get stored over here. Why are you... Oh, that's fine. Okay. Concrete. Right. I will be honest and say this is consuming more concrete than I thought it would. However, it's still not necessarily a bad amount. It's just more than I thought. I don't want to get that first. I want to get whatever in here, plus the remainder from there. Again, that in theory should be enough. I don't trust it though. There we go. I'm doing a very quick summer sloop check. We've got 18 in there, but I have got 2 summer sloops attached to some constructors over there as well. That is 20 summer sloops. If I was to get every single summer sloop in my playthrough, I could probably get to 30, maybe 30. Again, that's if I get every single summer sloop, and I'm using a couple of them for quite important things. But a couple of them, I should be okay with, as long as I accept the fact that my factory won't be as productive for a bit. In fact, no, it'll be completely switched off. That's fine then. That's grand. Damn, look at this. Insane. Now, what are you going to need? Also, yeah, off camera, I went in and I've placed all of this. Because I have got to redesign one more blueprint. I'm not doing that today. I'm doing it when I do all my drones, which is not anytime soon, I don't think. I'll probably end up doing it off camera if I'm completely honest, but not today. I'll probably end up showing the design on camera. But then I'll end up placing it down off camera because it's just far easier for me to do that. Because that'll be half an hour of me plopping down the exact same blueprint around this factory, which isn't entertaining to watch. I don't mind dedicating some time to it off camera. All for you guys. And also for me as well, if I'm honest. I'll pop it down, thank you. A rocket fuel plant? It is, yes. It's the biggest one I've ever constructed. It's also one of the biggest factories I've ever made, with the biggest logistic floor I've ever done. No logistics has ever come close to this. Well, no logistic floor has ever come close to this. I believe my aluminium facility in my last playthrough is probably slightly more complex with our logistic floor, and that's because I had multiple logistic floors all across a really well, in my opinion, well-traversed building. Why did that place underneath there again? No, it didn't. Oh, it placed on top of it this time. Whereas this one is, well, mostly all entirely down here. If I am planning to add in that tower, of course I'm going to have separate logistics for that. I should give you 0.3 seconds to be able to place down this border. Last one. Okay. Now the very final row is just going to be with these. Then yes, we are finally done with our logistics floor. Of course, there are going to be certain parts of it I have to remove to place in our road above there. But it's a sacrifice worth making. It will take a little bit of time, but end up looking quite nice. If I dare use massive words, such as the word nice. Nice. I'm aware, by the way, that we are placing down asphalt on top of that road. So it's going to look quite weird. I can just get rid of that eventually. Oh my god. I don't even know where half these blueprints are even placing at this point. Stand here? Is that slightly better? No, it like... Look how quickly it shows up, like, gone. It's instantly gone. Just slightly better. Nope, again. So annoying. Right, so this is basically done now. That's great. I need to make sure that I've got a wall going around here as well. That's quite important, in fact. And that my foundations here are also coming out here as well. This is our almost like our backup logistic floor. Just in case things go really wrong. Which they shouldn't do. They're not designed to. The Titanic wasn't designed to sink, so... Don't worry too much about that Z snapping. If it's too annoying, I can just simply fix it. We'll see how things go. And yeah, so that's one of our logistic floors coming into here now, isn't it? Very basic design. You're going to come out to here. You're going to go up, but up where? Honestly, I don't even know. We're in the right location, I suppose. I can't plop that down there. That's a shame. If we get rid of this, that should now work. Lovely. And back by 1.5, obviously, yes. Brilliant. Then I might as well just do a very quick little thing here. Just to let me know that there is stuff behind there I probably might need eventually. In fact, I'll most definitely need it. Oh, and again. Yep. There we go. Right. Wait, cold. It's 2 degrees. I shouldn't really be wearing a t-shirt in 2-degree weather. It was quite warm in my office before I started streaming, and now it's just ice cold. I might have to go put the heating on in a sec. In fact, let me just try and finish this. There we go. Be back in just a second. There we go. Just so I don't freeze to death today. That's not going to be very nice, is it? Okay. Move my seat a little bit closer to the desk so that I'm not half a mile away. This wall's done. That wall back there is already done, I'm pretty sure. I can just add this, or even better, what I can go ahead and do is add the door into here. Nice. Look at that for a sunset. That's not too bad. Inside the logistic floor. I'm aware that you can literally be inside of a shelter and it might still snow in this game or still rain. Actually, I'm not sure about the rain. It's because they haven't added rain into Satisfactory for a while. It used to be in the game, then they got rid of it. I'm actually not sure if rain had the same effect as the snow, where even if you're inside of a building, it's still raining or still snowing. I don't think it has got that effect, because I'm pretty sure I do remember there being a wet mesh or effect on the concrete outside and the asphalt outside during the rain. Get rid of all of that. Up there. We have got an additional wall here to try and add, which is you. Okay. So I'm actually going to paint all of you carbon. I feel like it's just easier to spot that way. Like so. Okay. I don't mind what it looks like on the other side just now. If it gets to the stage where it's important what it looks like on the other side, I'll change it. I'll make it look nice, but as of right now, it's just not important to me. What is important is trying to get this thing done. Which we are getting closer. Alright, so there's the intersection there. Same thing here. Brilliant. I think this is the final stretch along here now as well. Yep, nice. So, for now, that is our logistic floor just done. Great. Now let's focus a little bit more on the roads. And in particular, the bits going around the road here as well. There's going to be all of that. Going to be one more. And a half foundation. Okay. Go around like this for now. The reason why I've added some potentially weird bits here and there to these factories is because having a 2.5 foundation wide path going all the way around here seems a little bit too big. So I am nerfing it. Go chuck that to there. Same thing here with you. And same thing here with you. Nice. I think 1.5 would have been honestly fine. 4 hours. I wish it's 4 hours. I got more done in 4 hours. But no, to be fair, today was actually a pretty productive day already. We've only just begun. Okay, so you're all lined up there. That's great. You need a slight redesign, and this is too wide. This is the floor that I was talking about earlier. I knew this would be like, wait. Okay, so you all stick out too far this side. And miles as well. That's all got to go then. That's a shame. So where can I plop this then? Because you're out by 2 foundations. Damn. Same thing there with you. That's fine because I actually checked that one. Right, let's try this again. Luckily, it's the simple blueprints. It's going to actually allow me to place it in. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now let's try again. Looking better. So I think we'll just stick with this one. You lined up. You are lined up. Let's go. I will then check the final wall over there to make sure that everything's fine. Even though considering I have already placed down a few of these blueprints before. On that side, I'm guessing it's fine. To be honest with you. I think this fuel plant just doesn't want to be finished. That's what it is. That's the problem. You've all got to go. I'll make sure that I accidentally don't get rid of the wrong blueprints here. It's a common mistake. Yeah, you can see from here it's miles off. I don't know why I didn't check that. Okay. You guys are all lined up. Beautiful. Same there with you. Yeah, so everything seems fine. Perfect. You lined up there? Yes. I don't see how you can be wrong now. Well, I mean, I don't want to jinx it, but you shouldn't be incorrect anymore. I really hope you're not incorrect. Because that would be bad. If I'm honest, it would be bad. As I say, Only one way to find out. I'm not tired. And chuck you into here. It's fine. Don't worry if it overlaps. It's no dramas. Okay. Everything here is going to go. Like that. Okay. Okay. We're then going to continue going down this way. Same there as well. So where our road's going to be, we're then just got to trim out parts of this. So it's going to be 3 foundations that we're going to get rid of. The reason for that is because we've got an asphalt road that's going directly where this road's going. There's, well, both things actually. Firstly, there's no point wasting resources on building the exact same thing. But secondly, and kind of a little bit more importantly, if I was to plop down the markers or the patterns on top of this, it will cause some rather terrible dead snapping. So for the sake of me not wanting the dead snap, it's just easier to get rid of this. Although I don't know why you're double layered. Because I suppose you're in by 2, aren't you? So that, yeah, I do. Make sure that all of these are gone here as well. Brilliant. Go 1, 2. Then you lot are the same. Okay. Maybe I can keep you. No, I can't. No, there's a blueprint I need. I've now got markings along the very side of the road here as well. So if I was to get rid of that, sorry, no, if I was to keep it, it would then cause the dead snapping again. So, but again, welcome to everyone watching the stream. Welcome to this logistic floor transformation is what we're going to call it. It's a nice quiet stream today. It's very quiet in the chat, so hopefully if you guys do type anything, I should be able to read it. Why are you slightly off? That's not good. Okay, so everything on here is wrong. Okay. I don't think it'll make a massive difference though, as long as the floor is intact, which it is. You can see it slightly off. That's weird. I started it from the exact same point, so I'd hope that it just, you know, functioned. But I guess I must have half nudged it when I was just daydreaming. That's fine. Oh well. Not my concern now. Do I want some free no obelisks? Yeah, I do. There we go. I don't mind taking the death. It's free no obelisks. It's a no-brainer for me. There we go. I want to try and land on top of here. Because I've been looking at this purple power slug now for ages. Well, that's pretty good landing. I'm not doing a slug hunting session. Not another one. Even though I really enjoyed it yesterday. Just to take a little bit of a break, I might as well just collect a couple slugs on the way there, since we are going to need thousands more shards. I know we've got 2,000, that's just nowhere near enough. There's a Mercer Sphere down there as well. Well, I never. Except I kind of knew it was there, because I'm pretty sure it's marked on my map. Yeah. Anything else that I'm missing? I don't think so. Oh, hello. Yeah, we can definitely do another exploration here of this Spire Coast. I don't think there's much left. I know it looks like there's a few things, but in fact, there actually is quite a few things. Yeah, let's leave it for now, because it'd be nice to come back here one day. Either off camera or on camera. If it's just going to keep on spawning things in front of me, I might as well just keep getting them. I've been here, like, I've gathered a bunch of slugs and items from here. It's not like I've completely avoided this biome or anything. No, I've been here a lot. But it just so happens there's a lot here. That's why I keep saying it's one of the best biomes in the game, if not the best biome in the game for slugs. Okay, I did see a couple of slugs, but I can't be asked to go get them. I do want to try land here, though. I can get on another little speed boost and replenish my fuel there. Nice. I can't imagine there's too many more slugs over in this direction, though. Because this part of the map we have picked rather dry. Except for the nature, I've tried to keep everything naturally looking nice. I may not have succeeded everywhere, but I think it looks fine. So are we back to roads now? I think we're back to our roads. Unless there was something else I was going to do. No, yeah, just getting rid of these. Nice. Because you're gonna come out to here. Does that overlap it? It should not do. Yeah, brilliant. Okay. Then you'll be coming down over here. What I'm going to try and do is rotate this, come over here a little bit, and then plop you down in your respected position. Which is here. No, it's slightly off. Why didn't you just... Doesn't matter. That looks fine. Plop it down. Brilliant. And go up by one. Get rid of not the entire blueprint, preferably. Get rid of that. And there we go. I don't know how far... don't know how far back we have to go. I don't know how fuck. I don't know how to fuck. No, I don't know how far back we have to go for this. It's 1.5, 2, 3, 4.5, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's 9 in total then. Yeah, I don't know why we've got so many halves there, but that's fine. There's a spider on the monitor again. Hello. Oh, now it's on my hand. It's fine. It won't bite. And if it does, the world won't lose anything of value. Okay. You. We'll come out to here. Then go back by 9 starting from here. That's 10, so just get rid of the end one. Be there. Okay, which means I can now continue this. In blueprint mode, preferably. It's looking good. And you're going to come up to here. There will be a tiny bit of dead snapping. In fact, there isn't. But there might be in the future. So for now, you are going to go. Everything else will be fine. Yeah, this is the new road, by the way. I haven't even shown you guys. So this design's still rather basic. I've added a little bit of color. I was going to add signs, and I thought there's already tons of signs around here. We don't need any more. So instead, I have now gone for these road barriers. I think they add a little bit of color. Add a little bit of color. Yeah, that's pretty much that. Yeah, really exciting stuff. I know. Now, are you going to have anything interesting here? I don't think so. What I'm going to need then is this. My off-ramp. Yeah, a few of these are going to have to go here as well, actually. Look at how tight... Oh, come on, man. 1 centimeter in any direction and I'm screwed. You go there. This should almost connect, so that's fine. You are in the right position though, aren't you? Maybe you do go here. It's 50-50, isn't it, really? I assume you do go here, though. Ah, that's the wrong one. Rips. Nice. What's the problem here? That was the problem. I get rid of that. Now I'm guessing these markings aren't going to be in the right direction. So what I'm going to do now instead is go to patterns. Where is it? This one? No. This one? Like so. That's better. That's what we want. And make sure that this continues all the way down over here. Maybe not that far, but oh well. You're off ramp 10. What about 9? That's the right one. Pop it down. Everything lines up. Nice. No massive surprises there, I don't think. We can then continue this down in that direction. Now, when it comes to this gap, obviously because it's a parking, actually before I do that, you definitely lined up. There is an annoying gap here, but that's just easily solvable. Kind of. You should be lined up. Regardless, the way I solved this particular problem, I believe, was via this blueprint here. Because if I was to place down this again, it would be blocking the entrance of the parking, whereas this just doesn't do that. Like so. Nice. Okay. Now, how big is the gap in the middle? I just want to try and see how this is going to work. Then honestly, I'm just going to end up getting rid of most of the asphalt. Well, not all of it on top of here, obviously, but all of it that is in the way of the roads needs to go. Okay, so there is a bit of a gap here. That's completely fine. What about on this side? For whatever reason, no. Okay. Cool. You're exactly 3. It shouldn't be exactly 3. I suppose, no, well, yeah, on this side it can be. Okay. That's interesting. So everything here should line up then. Grand. And again, there's another small gap here. That's fine. Oh yeah, I was going to redesign this blueprint actually, wasn't I? Because it no longer matches the rest of the roads. And I think it looks nice if it does. I just want to know how easy that's going to be. So what I'm going to do is select space elevator very quickly. Just so I can do this. We finished that first challenge. Yay. You can stay here. I have got to load in all of these highway blueprints, which should be here somewhere. At the very top. Brilliant. There's nothing wrong with the floor. The only thing that I want to try and change is this. Firstly, starting with that. Carbon steel. You are carbon steel. Lovely. Makes sense. It just, the colours work a bit nicer in my opinion. There we go. I don't mind that. What I could even try and do down here, if I'm really this indecisive about this particular build. Organisation. 0.5 meter signs. There and there. And you are going to be painted in white for the lights. No, but there's already going to be lights. There's no point in that. So the reason why I was going to add this was so that the driver of the vehicle can brake before they get to the wall, like sensors almost. That's what it was supposed to be. But because these vehicles are already parked here, their lights are going to be turned on. Which means you would barely be able to even see the lights. It's a waste of time. There's no point in doing that. There we go. First one's done, I'm pretty sure. Anything else I want to try and change? Yes, you. Where is it? I don't know what I went with before. I can't seem to find it. So we're going to go with this. I think it was this, just it doesn't look as thick. I prefer that. Okay. Off ramp 10, done. Next. You. You're pretty much the exact same now. Actually, I suppose, before I do all this, sorry. Can I bring this wall further forwards a little bit? I know that you're as far... Yeah, you're kind of as far as I really want you to go, actually. I've also forgot to add in these, so whilst I'm here. I'm gonna chuck you in here as barriers in between these two zones, since I believe that would make sense in my opinion. And luckily this is my playthrough, so you know, judge, jury and executioner of what happened really. I feel like that's fine. I don't like you, so I'm probably gonna get rid of the sign. And maybe have a slightly different marking for this. Yeah. I think I might prefer that. It also adds a hint of colour. A very small hint. The tiniest of hints. The smallest of hints. But a hint is a hint. And colour is colour. Then do the exact same thing now in this direction over here. Gonna go 1, 2... Maybe not. No, that's correct. I got a little bit confused there because this looks very different to what we just built. And to be fair, it is. In my opinion, this is a far better design. I prefer seeing it. I think it mixes and blends quite nicely with its surroundings as well. Color-wise, it's on the same palette. Prefer it. No, I can't. Oh. We're both in the wrong spot. We'll go here for you, I think. Can't do that. That's okay. I'm gonna leave this gap here empty just so it slides on nice and simple. And the last thing I think that we want to try and do down here is... Oh yeah, this is what I used before, the side dotted line. Whereas now it's the double dotted. This double dotted is a little bit thicker. I just think it looks quite nice as well. There we go. Colour. One must admit, I am starving today. I think I've said that earlier, didn't I? Because what I had for lunch was literally a yellow bell pepper with a little bit of salad inside of it. Because apparently to eat well, you have to eat like a rabbit. So, yeah, that's really fun. I'm not vegan or anything. But, yeah. Okay, I know what you are. You're actually fine. There's no adjustments needed for this. Next one. In fact, if I'm honest with you, I think we're kind of fine with everything. The only one thing I want to try and change is the ramps to actually get down there. Which might be U3. Yes. It is. So what I'm going to try and do then is the exact same thing as before. Not a bother. Why is that there? Do I need you? I suppose you're acting like a barrier. Which I can understand. I just don't know if I'm going to need that now. Because I've changed things around here slightly. And if I was to build a blueprint, like this for example, it's a bit weird having the barrier here in the middle, then suddenly the barrier being, you know, floor level. So I'm going to change this to a very simple design. Yeah. Carbon steel it. And you're now going to go up to here. But why are you so far out? You don't need to be that far out. Well, actually, I know why you were there, but it's not necessary. I'll add that in by hand, that's fine. No, it's not. I want to do this anyway. There we go, that was the plan. Damn, you're miles off, aren't you? That's not bad. Can I also maybe add one here as well? It's not terrible. Actually, I don't mind that. I don't think. We can tolerate it. Yeah, we can tolerate it. Oh, wait. Okay, you're kind of weird. Shame. So in theory, you need to go here. You need to go here. The gap there is way too small. Can I try and move you lot back by 1? Then you over here by 1? There we go. Ramen noodles mixed with instant miso. With rice and butter and oh, that sounds good. I don't mind pot noodles. I know you're talking about ramen noodles, but just noodles in general are quite nice. I like them. Do they have any sort of health benefits, noodles? I suppose it's like pasta. I mean, that's where pasta comes from. I believe it was something to do with the Italians and the Chinese having some sort of trade. Or one person went to China and then discovered noodles and then brought it back to Italy. Then they made their own version and then it's called pasta. I think that's how it came around. Anyway. You're... Okay, I see what I've done. I don't need this. I might do, actually. I do. So, yep. We'll go into our wall there. Knock you down like so. carbon steel, all of you. Then do that. With that there as well. You're too low. Isn't that a bugger? There we go. Are you floating? No, I thought you were like half a meter in the air or something. So you've... Yes. I don't have too many more to go now. I think this might be the last one for this. Little redesign. Yep. And luckily we know exactly what to do because we've already done it. I think you go back to around about here, don't you? Yeah. And get rid of all that. Hopefully the gap here isn't quite as big. Oh, there isn't even a gap now. Andy? What's up? I think. Yeah, not bad. Same thing now over here on this side. And what did we do before? So you were in place over here. There was then exactly a 1 foundation gap over there. Then you were slightly smaller. We added 1 here. You can notice there is a slight size difference, but because of the way we blended it in, it's not quite as in your face as what it would have been otherwise. Which is good, I suppose. I think that's it for these ones. No, there's... Okay, I think this might be the last one. I hope it's the last one. I'm begging for it to be the last one. We're going to select our wall and then... Yeah, perfect. Okay. Now you're in the right place and you come back to... Oh, the very end. That's nice and simple. Let me paint you the right colour. That will probably help. There might have been one thing now that I'm thinking about it I forgot with the last blueprints. And that was to add the double beams to the front bit. I think I might have, but in my head now I'm saying that I didn't, so... Honestly unsure. We down there. Now you seem far better spaced out than... Never mind. No. Because you're 1 foundation, so you're going to be slightly bigger. You then come to... Here. That looks pretty good. I like that. Spacing there, not too bad at all. Fun one to speak. Let me grab you lot and... Yeah, so you're just going to be here. And luckily your spacings won't be too bad. Because you're exactly 5 foundations long. Then that's fine. Let me just load in the third one again for a second. Did I forget anything? Would you look at that? And save this. Now load in number 5. And that should be all the redesigns done. In fact, I don't even need you, so yeah, that's all of them done. Brilliant. Which means that you guys have to get replaced, but not this very second. We'll give it a few seconds. Okay. Off ramp 10. Keep going back to there. There is a very slight height difference. Don't know why. Doesn't matter. Flat down. Now with you, what we're going to do is this. Perfect. Well, I mean, it's overlapping each other, I think, so it's not actually perfect, but it's in the right location at least. Okay, brew. I never say brew. Why do I say brew? My sisters say that, I think, sometimes. I don't. So, that's grand. A few more of these placed in. I think you guys can somewhat get the drift of what we're trying to do here, right? Wow, I like this a lot. Damn, I've never built anything like this before, so I didn't quite know how it was going to end up turning out. But overall, I will say that this is a good start. Granted, we did spend quite a long time doing this one section. That could also be because we had to redesign all those blueprints as well. As you can see, what I've done here is I've removed all the tarmac first, and then I've done the roads. So that's definitely something I do want to try and end up doing. So doing that all the way down to that side, same thing over there as well. Until we try and figure out where our space elevator is going to end up going. Tomorrow's streams, we're not done yet, by the way, for today. Don't worry. But tomorrow's stream is going to be tied with something along the lines of the roads for our city, for our factory city, something along those lines. Because, well, that's what we're doing. We're doing this. We're going to continue this. And the stream after that, if we manage to get that done in time, I don't think we can get all that done in one stream. It's a lot of work. Then we're going to have a space elevator stream where we design a little platform for it. Most likely not in the blueprint designer, but it depends what I'm going to end up going with. I don't know yet. Yeah, lots to look forward to. If you guys are interested in this game, then yeah, this channel's going to have a lot of interesting content for it. Eventually. There's not really too much more I can do now because of university. I'm going back in a few days, so it's unfortunate. And I can't produce videos when I'm in university. I'm allowed to, but I'm in shared accommodation, so I can't record content. I can't stream. I am planning to record a couple voiceovers though before I head off, which means that I can get a couple videos out. Are you right there? Yeah, you're good. That's going to be the plan. Good. Then get you placed over here. Great. We now have the corner coming up over there. Fit in all these gaps. If I don't fit in these gaps, as I suppose I can show you, it's going to look like there's massive holes in the ceiling, which I don't massively like. It's very important though when I do fit in the gaps, not to do it from this angle, but instead from this angle. The reason being, if I do it from here, it's going to cover the patterns. So instead, I'm going to make sure to do this. There we go. It doesn't overlap with that. Nice and simple stuff. See, it doesn't take many brain cells to play this game. It just requires you to be a little bit focused. And you should actually be perfect, I think. I shouldn't have to mess around with any of that for now. Keyword being for now. We'll see. Okay. Moving on now. We've got... Is it this one? This blueprint? Yeah. You're too high. Why you only call me when you're high? Sorry. That was my Arctic Monkey's tick. I am going to need a few more of you lot though. See, it's lucky that I designed this blueprint because I got about 4 seconds into building this road off camera in my, well, both in my mind and also actually doing it, like, down there. Until I realized this blueprint is extremely important to me. And here we are. You're too low. Okay, that's fine. Okay, drums. Would have preferred if you weren't too low, but that, yeah. Now for this bit over here, we're going to go straight into the corner. What is you? You is not what I wanted. Grand. There. Let's push this back as far as we can to this particular part of the corner, which is going to be here. I'm liking the way this is lining up. Everything here is great. It's directly there in the middle. Same thing here as well, I think. Yes, the angles aren't great, but I think this is what we are going to be working with. So let's flop it down. And I'm going to try and select this now. And bring it back. Where? I don't know. As far back as it needs to go. How about there? Here would mean that everything lines up. I don't actually mind this overlap, I don't think. Honestly, unsure. It is causing some dead snap, but there's not really much I can do about that. So you guys are overlapping by this much. I'm hoping if I've done this right, if I get rid of all of this. No, I can see it's not actually going to work. Oh, that's annoying. Cool, that's correct. All of this. That's the first one done. Were you the second? Indeed you were. Okay, that's one too far. How about you lot? You're fine apparently, okay. That solved that problem pretty much instantly, which is, I mean, well, nice, isn't it? And get you, and zoop you across over there. Not that far actually, because I have to add in some things here eventually. Including a ramp. I don't know where this ramp goes though. Let's find out. There. Okay. I want to make sure that these ramps are positioned in a very similar place to one another. Except this side I don't think it's actually a ramp, is it? Oh no, it is, I think. Because you're not? Let's investigate what I've done. Let's see. As long as I get the first thing placed down here, it should be okay. I'm also concerned about this a little bit as well. Like, is it going to line up? I don't know. I haven't got a clue. But it bloody better do. You go straight down into a ramp, which means that you adjust a hard shoulder. It's not really a hard shoulder, actually. It's a place for the trucks to stop. That's what I've designed there. So it's not a car park. It's just where the trucks can pull over. Or cars as well, but it's mostly just designed for trucks. Obviously, I've redesigned you, so you've got to get replaced eventually. All this is going to get replaced, but well, except for this. The idea remains the same, though. Why are you here? Sure. I'm going to watch out here. I'm about to get another dismantle crate, so let's just chuck a few things into here. In fact, can I grab some more nobelisks? Yes, please. It's fantastic. If I'm going to keep on just getting nobelisks, that's kind of handy. I did spend, I think, almost 100 last stream. It's not cheap. But I'm not going to do too much more today. I just want to double check that we've got everything in place for tomorrow's stream, which is going to be a big one. A fun one, I think. Looking forward to that, to that stream. Try and get a thumbnail now when it's light again. Okay. It's not quite 9, it's... That's... 9th back by 2. I need to make sure that this is all symmetrical. Which means now on this side it should be 9th back by 2 as well. Although I kind of doubt it, if I'm honest. Okay, good. So that is symmetrical. Good job, me. But in fact, you know, it should be. It really, really should be. Because if not, then it's just not going to be even. One. Okay, so you're 2 clicks too close. Which means all of this has to go. Why? Not exactly 3. What this means is... we haven't got the exact middle point here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Should be 7 clicks on each side. No, it can't be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is the middle point. You can see where I've gone wrong here. That's okay. All this is going to mean is that I've literally just got to remove this, which is fine, because to be honest with you, it was the wrong design anyway. This has to get tweaked slightly. It's gonna all go. Again, all temporary. It's fine. I would have preferred if it wasn't temporary, but it is, so... tough. For me, I suppose. You can remain there. What this is going to mean for me now, though, is I'm going to have to bring you out to here. I want you to be directly on the edge. I'm on the edge, the edge, stop. So what does that actually mean? Like, what have I done there? I know that you have to come out by 2, isn't it? 1, 2. Like so. You like the design? Yeah, it's okay. Like, it's different. Like, I've never really had the road barriers not be on the road level before. They're slightly higher, obviously. It was just an interesting design that I just came up with. Okay. So if I was to do this blueprint now, what would it end up looking like? How bad would it look, essentially? Let's find out. You'll go somewhere here, I'd say. No. Then that's 2 nudges that we just discussed were in the wrong direction, though. Then you have to be here. Let's just see. Let's just see. That's where you end up now. Yeah, you're definitely right. We're 8s. Back by the 2 nudges there. And that is where it's supposed to be. And you then continue this. There. I want to make sure that I get rid of a couple of these temporarily. Why? Forever. Rather than a couple of these look kind of weird, what I'm going to do here instead is come out to the point where you stick out to here. 1, 2. There's the gap. Is there any way to not let this look dreadful? If you're facing the same way as these lot, maybe. There's not really too much we can do there, if I'm honest. It's annoying, but I don't know what else I can do. Regardless, you're now lined up, aren't you? Yes. Which means I can continue coming forwards now with this. And when it comes to you, I can then do the exact same thing as what I just done. You're going to end up going here. Which is a little bit of a nightmare. Everything, pretty much. There's that snap over there, it's nothing major. As long as we get rid of the worst offenders, it's fine. That's fine. Yep. When I say this stretch of road is now fully done, I do want to try and add in some stairs eventually. But now that I know that this road is exactly 8 foundations and 2 nudges off the 9th in the right direction, then you now should be 1, 2. Back by 1, 2, 3. 2 back by 3. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Yep. Good. And actually, no, this is wrong. I have to get rid of this here as well. But this is correct. Everything is kind of now lined up. That wasn't annoying. Deary me. Oh, we're 2 hours and 40 minutes in. Luckily, we just finished the bit that I wanted to try and get done today. Tomorrow, in fact, you know what? No, I can't even wait that long. I'm going to try and plop this down here now. I don't even know where this blueprint's gone. It's behind me. Nice, okay. Let's not do that ever again. Default mode then, why not? Bring you forwards. Are you lined up? Yes. Lined up. You're slightly off. So are you. You need a slight redesign anyway, so you should be fine, actually. Even that's slightly off. Ow. You were off by 1 nudge on that side and 1 nudge by this side. Ow. The road should be the same size as this. So what do I need to do then? Because, I mean, yeah, you line up completely fine. Are you not lined up? No, you are. Why are you not? Is there a way I can easily fix this? I'm pretty sure there is. If I do, no, okay, then there's a gap now. I don't understand that. There's a gap here. How is there a gap here when there isn't a gap there? How far out do you have to try and come? One nudge. So if I increase this particular blueprint by 1 nudge, that will solve the problem. Have you made a T-junction blueprint for the conveyor belt highway yet? Yes, we did that last week. We've done that now. Regardless, this is the plan anyway, so we're gonna have our... Actually, you gotta be raised a little bit here as well. Just completely, you know what? Just get rid of these hypertubes. I feel like they're unnecessary. Although maybe not, because this would be a nice little connection point for all the hypertubes to be linked up to, so maybe I won't get rid of it. You have to be raised so that the trucks can go underneath anyway, of this particular area. I'm gonna raise that. Move you 1 nudge back. And... each side. Do you line up? Yeah, I can already see this is going to line up. That's good. If that was off, that would be pretty bad. In fact, I will just double check that everything here definitely does line up. I can already see that lines up. Yep. Yep. Which means that you most definitely do line up there as well. We've got a quick change to make, which we'll do tomorrow. We're going to add in the roads and just try and design the interior of the rocket fuel factory, but the exterior parts of... the exterior of the interior, if that makes any sense. Like the walls, like the roads around the outside and the walls. Regardless though, chat, thank you very much for tuning in today. That is just about going to do it. Hope that you guys ended up enjoying the stream. I know it was very quiet today on the YouTube chat. It's completely fine. It's a new year. People have gone back to work. That's fine. But regardless, thank you guys very much for tuning in. Tomorrow, we've got a long day ahead of us. Should be fun. Lots of roads. Some people like to watch the road streams, so... we'll see how they do. Regardless, looking forward to it. There might be a couple finicky moments trying to nudge everything. What was it? 8 foundations and 6 meters, which is 70. Oh, it's exactly 70 meters. Interesting. That was definitely done intentionally. But yep, thank you very much for watching, everyone. Have an amazing rest of your day. I'll see you guys all again tomorrow. I've got to go record a video now, and I'll see you guys then. Goodbye. If I don't see you tomorrow, I'll see you in Valhalla. Stay safe, and Godspeed.